Against the backdrop of Kenya's ever-evolving socio-political landscape, human rights defenders and activists received a massive threat. The space for defenders of injustice was quickly shrinking. In 2009, an African working group dedicated to investigating the plight of human rights defenders across the continent embarked on a mission to assess the specific protection needs of human rights defenders in Kenya.
In the beginning, we were in an office just actually opposite of where the office is now. And it was a very difficult situation because there was no country coordinator in the country, and it was just me and 2 others.
Forced to exile her own country after receiving death threats, Rachel Mwikali recalls the dark days of enforced disappearances and extrajudicial killings of human rights defenders by government actors.
So the kind of threats I was threatened to be killed, I remember for the 2019, it was also because as a result of an interview I had with the Kenyan Spokes police person, and I was profiled also in the Nairobi Crime Free.
Human rights were violated, and so were the rights defenders.
During that time, we had a lot of problem of systematic extrajudicial killing and forced disappearance. Also, we used to be being arrested many times.
The entry of PBI in Kenya was a changer for human rights defenders.
It was a very difficult time. There was a lot of shrinking space throughout the years, actually.
By accompanying grassroots defenders and engaging with diplomatic and governmental stakeholders, PBI not only bolstered the safety of human rights defenders, but also amplified their voices in the face of adversity.
This was a home for me in PBI, where I remember even the kind of meetings that the PBI team used to organize for us, even with missions, in terms of ensuring that our issues and the threats that we experience, we're able to talk with different missions, that's diplomatic missions, and also different agencies in such a way that it spreads our risk, but at the same time, knowing there are people who acknowledge the work that we do.
As you know, the history of Kenya, the human rights movement were based in the middle class. So PBI was able to break that barrier, and they started accompanying grassroots human rights defenders. We used to have a convening of the place where they were staying, and we used to have a meal together, cook ugali together with the comrades of PBI.
Indeed, PBI has played a major role in mitigating risks and expanding the political space for activism.
And the way I've seen PBI growing to the level of also being now, not just supporting me as an HRD, but also supporting us as Coalition for Grassroots Human Rights Defenders, for me it has been very instrumental even to the work and our growth.
Veteran human rights defenders and PBI Kenya's board members, Otieno Mbok and Naomi Baraza, have worked with the organization for years and understand what it takes to push for a safer space for defenders.
PBI is predominantly known for accompaniment. So for us, we had to interpret what accompaniment means, and because wearing those jackets and following people everywhere in the community was not working for us, because it became the insecurity for the HRDs. So for us, we explored other ways, and some of those ways are skills, building their knowledge, but also building a formidable network and movement around HRDs.
So the solidarity PBI added to the existing national and international human rights organizations and fraternities, just by presence, was a big deal.
In the last decade, Pbi-Kenya has hit milestones in promoting the protection of human rights defenders through advocacy, capacity building, and networking.
Seeing that PBI and other partners were there collectively to work together and convene to support me, it really inspired me not to give up.
We are dealing with gender-based violence, and we are currently also trying to close the gap which is there between police and communities. Through the human rights defenders, we are the principal actor and linking elements between the community and the police. It's working pretty well, I would to say. We are also looking ahead, thinking of possibly expanding. There is inequality, there is corruption, there is injustice, there is violence. And one of the elements that, as I said, we are dealing with is women human rights defenders. We are trying to enforce women human rights defenders to tackle the issue of gender-based violence. We are also providing psychosocial support to human rights defenders. They are living in difficult situations, difficult contexts, and quite often they are going through experience which may be very traumatic.
As PBI looks towards the future, we hope to leave a legacy of courage and commitment to the promotion of human rights, access to justice and equality, thus inspiring the next generation of human rights defenders.
I wish to welcome all of you to our anniversary. This is not a celebration of PBI only, this is the celebration of all of us.